never realize there's a wolf around until it's too late. And they do exactly what the wolf expects them to do. They run into each other, they fall down, they become dinner. Time to eat.
Good morning, we're here at the Fort Worth Gateway Church branch. This is a branch of Gateway Church, kind of like Church's Chicken, where they have different franchise locations. So we're here exposing this wolf, Robert Morris again, who compares himself to King David. He says he's an extravagant giver like King David, but he lives in luxury, feeding on the people here. So we're here to expose that and to warn the people that judgment is coming to America and they must prepare and get ready. Yes, God is getting ready to judge this nation. Yes, you can.
Have you ever been in this congregation?
Why would I need to be in a building?
Have you ever been to this congregation?
Why would I need to be in a building, ma'am?
Have you ever been? The scripture says, don't forsake the assembling of yourselves together.
Man, we're here with my family. Are you accusing me? Are you an accuser of the brethren? Because I'm out here with my family right now.
Is that all you need?
Jesus said, wherever two or more are gathered in my name, I'd be there in your midst.
Is that all you need is your family?
What's that? Did I say that? I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
I just asked
you know what? Before you rebuke a preacher, why don't you rebuke your pastor? Why don't you rebuke Robert Morris that's feeding on the people here?
I'm asking.
Why don't you rebuke him? What?
Answer my question.
I don't have to answer anything, ma'am.
Do you know anything about it?
Yes, I do know everything about it. I know you've got a wolf that runs this church that compares himself to King David, which I think is disgusting. I think that's disgusting. Do you think it's disgusting, ma'am, or do you like that?
My father-in-law is a pastor.
Oh, is he? Does he feed on God's people too?
No, he doesn't.
Does he? Well, good for him.
But
The people here do. The people here do. Maybe you should rebuke them instead of rebuking a preacher of righteousness that the Lord has sent out here. Maybe you should rebuke some of the men's conferences that look like gay rave parties. Have you ever seen videos of those? They look like gay parties, ma'am. Dancing around in their sparklies, men dancing around together. It's quite disgusting.
Have you been to one?
What's that? Why would I want to be there when I can?
Why are you judging something you've never participated in?
Ma'am, Jesus said you would know a tree by its fruit. I'm pointing out fruit here. I'm pointing out the rotten fruit at Gateway. Why are you defending these things?
Have you seen the fruit of Gateway?
Yes, I have.
I'm not a member of this church, but I kind
Well, then why are you defending them?
Because I've seen the fruit of the church.
Have you?
Yeah.
What do you know about Robert Morris? Do you know how much he makes?
It doesn't matter.
You don't know. Oh, you don't care.
I don't care.
You don't care. You think it's great for them to be wealthy and rich. You think it's great for him to go golfing and flying around in business jets with Marcus Lamb. Is that what you think? It sounds like you don't have much discernment. It sounds like you may be a little gullible, ma'am.
I think you're bitter.
You're a gullible woman. No, I'm not bitter. I'm passionate. And I'm sorry the people here aren't passionate. I'm sorry where there's nothing but gullible women and simple men here going to these churches. It's time to wake up because judgment is coming and it will begin in the churches. And it's time to humble yourself before the Lord. Ma'am, you have a very proud spirit operating in you, and God is going to resist the proud. Do you realize that? He's going to resist you. It's time to humble yourself before God. You need to humble yourself, ma'am. You're a proud woman. You're a proud woman. You are a proud woman, and God is going to resist you.
How about you let me
You're a
speak?
proud woman. I'm done talking to you, ma'am. You can take your Jezebel nonsense somewhere else.
The scripture
You can
teaches
take your
about a man.
Jezebel nonsense somewhere else, ma'am, because you're too proud to hear the warning. We've got another proud Jezebel here at the Gateway Church that's too proud to hear anything, trying to usurp the preaching. Yes, she even said it with her own mouth. She agreed to it. Yes, you are, aren't you? You are. You're a proud woman, aren't you? You're a proud woman, aren't you? You're a proud woman. More. Here's the fruit of Gateway, the pride-filled fruit of Gateway. The loudmouth, pride-filled fruit of Gateway, the loudmouth women. Yes, the boasters, the proud. God is going to resist you in the day of judgment. We are here warning you. You don't know what a heretic is, man, because you're so proud. You're a proud blasphemer. Oh, you're a proud woman, aren't you? You love these wolves feeding on God's flock, don't you? You love them feeding on the weak, don't you?
You're a heretic.
For what? To do what? Are you working for Gateway? You don't have to have a permit.
You still got it, Corey.
Sure, I've dealt with it before.
All right, they're going to be here. I'm trying to give you a heads up. Forward, be here in a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Fine.
all right.
There's a decibel level.
Oh, there's the proud fruit of Gateway. There's the proud women here of Gateway.
You better be careful.
They're the Loudmouth Women, aren't they? The Loudmouth Women, aren't they? The Loudmouth Women of Gateway. There's the fruit of Gateway right there, folks. The Loudmouth Women, they can't shut their yaps. The Loudmouth Women, you need to submit yourself to the Lord, ma'am. Stop with your pride before judgment comes. Yes, God is getting ready to judge this nation. And judgment will begin first at the house of God. That's 1 Peter chapter 4. God is going to start with the teachers, the pastors. Yes, it says not many of you should want to be teachers because you will receive a strict judgment. But they don't believe that here at Gateway, do you? No, you don't believe those things because it's the proud church. It's the proud, puffed up church at Gateway, isn't it? We just had a very proud woman here. Is that the fruit of Gateway, the proud, puffed up women? Yes, judgment is coming, folks. It's time to forsake this nonsense. Come out of her, my people, lest you partake of her sins and receive her plagues. Come out of her, my people, lest you partake in her sins and receive her plagues. It's time to come out of here, folks, before judgment comes. What's that? What's that?
I'm reading your shirt.
Oh, okay. You go here? You go here?
Yeah.
You know that Robert Morris lives in luxury. Do you think that's a problem? Lavishing himself, do you think that's a problem? That the pastors... So you think it's okay to give to men that are enriching themselves, feeding on the poor, feeding on the widows, the simple, the gullible?
I'm just doing what the Bible says.
What's that? To go and be fed on by wolves? Does Jesus take pleasure in his people being deceived, being fed on by wolves? Where is that? Where is that in the Bible? Where is it in the Bible that we're supposed to be fed on by the wolves? You know what a shepherd is? A shepherd is picking ticks off of sheep. A shepherd is living with his sheep. Robert Morris flies around golfing with Marcus Lamb, living in mansions, driving fancy cars like Benny Hinn. Is that your religion? Is that your Christianity? It's not mine. No, the apostles, the disciples, they were all in. They gave all of themselves. They weren't making God into a business. Yes, they used every cent that they had to further the gospel, not so they could live in mansions and live in luxury like these men do. Yes, this isn't the church at all. This is the church of Babylon. Babylon. That's what Gateway is Babylon. And you can tell from the fruit, the Loudmouth Women, the Babylon church, the rebellious church, the pride-filled church. Yes, that's the American churches today. It's time to come out of her, my people, lest you partake in her sins and receive her plagues. Judgment is coming to this nation, and it will begin first at the house of God. That's 1 Peter chapter 4. If anybody reads the Bible and believes the Bible, what's that? You need to seek the Lord. You need to seek the Lord. Did he send you here? Did he speak to you and tell you to come to Gateway? What's that? The church is not a building, sir. Are you aware of that? The church is the ecclesia, the called out ones. The body of Christ, the body of Christ is not a building.
It's a relationship with God.
That's right, it's not a building. Jesus, where is the mandate to build buildings and pay salaries? What's that? No, you need to be part of the true bride of Christ, the true body of Christ. Yes. Well, I mean, hey, I'm just trying to warn you. If you don't want to receive the warning, you keep going in here, give your money to these people, because you know what? They're enjoying spending your money. So go ahead. Go ahead. I'm trying to warn you. If you don't want to receive the warning, no, you know what? You need to give it to the orphans and the widows and the poor. The Bible says that true religion is to, well, yes, not to the church buildings, not to the people living in luxury. That's good. That's good. That's what you should do. What's that? Well, that's good. That's good. Oh, sir, I got to keep preaching. It was good talking to you, but I'm here warning because judgment is coming to this nation. It will begin in the churches.
Instead of us sticking together.
What's that?
Instead of the churches sticking together.
The church is sticking together. So we should stick together with the sodomite priests and the homosexuals and the Benny Hinns. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, what are you saying? Because I'm pointing out the fruit of Gateway, and you're saying it's okay.
No, because I'm part of Gateway.
Okay.
So you're talking about me, and that's not
Well,
true
you know
about
what?
me.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. Robert Morris. Have you seen the men's conference? They look like
Why
a
you
gay
gonna
rave.
stand here and talk about somebody else?
No, I'm gonna stay
The
here.
Bible said do not touch.
Well,
right?
then stop judging me. Stop judging my
I'm not
judgment.
judging
You're
you.
judging me. You're
You're
judging
talking
me.
about-
I'm here to warn, and you're judging me.
Talking about
You're
Pastor
judging me.
Robert.
Stop judging me.
I'm not.
You're judging me.
I'm not.
You're judging me. Stop judging me.
I'm not.
You know what that makes you? That makes you a hypocrite.
No, I'm not.
It's just
I'm
to
not.
judge with righteous judgments.
No, I'm not.
Well, then stop it then.
No, I'm not. I'm just listening to what you have
Okay,
to
well
say.
then listen with your ears, not with your mouth. You
You
listen with your ears and not with your mouth, sir.
It doesn't
Sir.
make any sense.
Okay, you know what?
It doesn't make any sense.
You know what?
It doesn't make any sense.
You need to pray for wisdom, sir.
I am praying for wisdom.
Good. You need to.
Every single
You need to
day.
get on your knees and pray for wisdom.
Every day.
You sound very proud. You
Every
sound
single
very
day.
proud. And you know what? The Bible says God is going to resist the proud. Are you aware of that? You're very proud of your church. You're very proud of your church. You're very proud of your church. Do you know God is going to resist the proud? Do you believe the Bible? Do you believe it where it says God will resist the proud? He gives grace to the humble, but he's going to resist the proud. Do you believe those words? Do you believe those words? You don't believe those words, do you? You don't believe those words. Then you need to humble yourself, sir. The Lord has sent me here to warn you.
So that I can pray for you.
You don't have to pray in public. Are you familiar with...
No. He said,
You're welcome to pray for me.
Go into your room,
That's right.
shut the door.
Hey, you don't need my permission to pray for me.
So what was it?
You don't need my permission.
Okay, so I'm going to pray for the guy that was standing on
That's right.
on
Do you
the
think God will
sidewalk.
know who I am, or do you need a name?
No, I'm
Do you know? Do you need to know?
I just want to make sure that I have the right person.
You know, I think God knows who's who, doesn't he?
So I'll be praying
Or
for you.
maybe your God doesn't know. Maybe your God does, but mine knows.
Have a blessed day, sir.
You know what? You need to come out of here.
This
Folks, we need to warn you. We need to warn you. This is nothing but a church. This is a business. This is a 501c3. Do you realize that? Do you realize that they are making merchandise of people? They are making merchandise of people in the churches so Robert Morris can live like Benny Hinn. So Robert Morris can live like Benny Hinn. That's how the pastors live in America. Oh, but that doesn't bother the people in the churches because they love their celebrities, don't you? Oh, you love your celebrities in the American churches, don't you? The proud churches. Well, folks, judgment is coming. Judgment is coming to this nation, and it will begin in the churches. You need to examine yourselves and forsake the world because judgment is coming. Are you familiar with judgment? Do you know that God judges? Yes, judgment begins first at the house of God. And today is your warning, Gateway Church. God is fixing to judge the churches across America. And the shepherds have made God into their business, extracting money, living in luxury. That's how they live. No, they won't live like the apostles or disciples. No, they love to live. They love money. They love to live and lavish themselves. Oh, folks, this is not what God would have you do, to give to rich men, to give to businesses. No, the Bible says true religion is to take care of widows and the orphans and the poor in need. Yes, that's what true religion is. But no, it's an easy business in America. It's an easy business, isn't it? Extracting money from the people. Maybe Robert Morris will invite you to go to a Cowboys game if you're a big enough giver, right? If you're a big enough giver at Gateway, maybe you'll be invited to the pool party at Robert Morris's house so you can indulge yourself in the things of the world. Does Robert Morris love his Cowboys, does he? Does he love the things of the world? Does he love fancy houses and fancy cars? Is that what a true shepherd looks like? It sounds like his fruit is a lot like another shepherd's fruit. It sounds like Robert Morris's fruit is like Benny Hinn and Joel Osteen. But the people in the churches defend the wolves, don't you? You won't defend the Word of God, but you'll defend the wolves. Well, folks, judgment is coming. Judgment is coming to this nation. And it's time to forsake this place, lest you partake in the sins and receive the plagues that Gateway Church will receive. Yes, unless you want to receive the plagues that Gateway Church will receive. It's time to come out of her. It's time to come out of this Babylon. It's time to come out of Babylon, folks. Judgment is coming. Robert Morris doesn't need any more makeup. He doesn't need any more fancy cars. No, he's living quite luxuriously, feeding on the flocks. How sad it is. And the flocks don't even know his phone number. They can't even call their pastor. They can't even call the pastor because no, he's too big of a celebrity. He's a celebrity like the Pope where you can't get in touch with him, can you? How sad it is. You're still looking?
Yeah.
Folks, it's time to wake up. Judgment is coming. Judgment is coming to this nation. God is not impressed with the churches, chicken churches, that build their franchises up and down the streets, building their businesses, building, extracting money for salaries. That's what they do in the American churches. Yeah, you don't want to meet in your house because you can't extract enough money for the salaries if you have a home church. No, so we got to build our businesses. That's how you extract the big salaries. And then when you're done, if you need to make more money, you know what you do? You start selling your books. You start selling your books. That's what they do in the American churches. But that makes things real fun when you're flying around golfing with Marcus Lamb, doesn't it? It doesn't sound like Robert Morris has a whole lot of discernment, doesn't he? If he's flying around playing golf with Marcus Lamb. How sad it is, folks. Judgment is coming, and God is not impressed with the Gateway Church. No, he's not. He's fixing to judge the churches across America. Oh, and there's grievous sins in the churches. There's wickedness in the churches. There's fornication in the churches. There's sodomy in the churches. There's idolatry in the churches. Folks, it's time to come out and be separate. It's time to come out of the horrors of Babylon. It's time to come out and be separate, folks. Because judgment is coming, and it will begin first at the house of God. Do you believe what the Bible says? Do you believe the Bible? Do you believe that God is holy and God requires holiness from his people? Or do you think you can be a friend of the world and love your football and love your Instagram? Do you think you can post your pictures on Instagram and be constantly checking it? Look at me, look at me, look at me. You know what the Apostle Paul warned about times like this? He said in the last days, perilous times would come where men would be lovers of themselves. And we see this in the churches. Most of the girls and even the young men in the churches posting pictures of themselves on Instagram. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Lovers of themselves. Lovers of money, boasters. We have one big boaster in this church, don't we? Robert Morris loves to boast about what he does, doesn't he? He loves to boast about his giving, to twist the arms of the sheep, doesn't he? That's what boasters do. He's a boaster. And Paul said, have nothing to do with these people. Do you believe the Bible? Do you believe the Bible? Do you believe the Bible? Do you have another Bible where it's okay to be a boaster? Yes, your pastor compares himself to King David. How sad it is, comparing himself to the King of Israel, saying it's okay to live in luxury, and he's an extravagant giver just like King David. Folks, it's time to wake up. The simple need to wake up. The gullible women need to wake up at Gateway. The gullible women need to wake up, but you know what? That's how these churches work. One thing's in common with all of these churches across America is they all have one thing in common. There's a lot of gullible women and simple-minded people in the churches. Yes, there are a lot of gullible women and simple-minded men in these churches giving to wolves, living in luxury. Living in luxury, living it up, aren't they? They're living it up off of your tithes and the offerings because they're not really tithes and offerings at all. You're giving to wolves. You're giving to men that live in luxury like Benny Hinn. Yes, that's how they live, like Joel Osteen. That's how the pastors across America live. That's how Robert Morris lives. And the people aren't even embarrassed of it. They think it's wonderful that their pastor lives in luxury. They think it's wonderful because he's your little pope, right? It's like the Catholic Church having their pope. We want our pastor to live in luxury. No, he's not a humble man, picking the ticks off of the sheep. No, he's a proud man living in luxury that loves money, folks, and you're contributing to this. You're contributing to these things, folks, and judgment is coming. Judgment is coming to this nation, folks, and many of you are not ready. Many of you are not ready. You must forsake the world, folks. You must forsake the world. The Bible says friendship with the world is enmity towards God. Do you believe the Bible? Do you believe those words? Do you believe what John says, that if anyone loves the world or the things of the world, the love of the Father is not in them? Do you believe these words? Do you think it's okay to have a little bit of idolatry? Do you need to get home for your Cowboys party today, Gateway Church? Do you need to get home so you can have your Cowboys party, so you can revel and enjoy your idolatry, enjoy your entertainment, your pleasure? Yes, the Bible warns about it. Paul did. He said, in the last days, perilous times would come where men would be lovers of pleasure. Lovers of pleasure. That's the American church, isn't it? Where they love their pleasure. They come to church to be entertained. Right? They've got the great band, the celebrity pastor. It's all a lot of entertainment, isn't it? Keep the people entertained. That'll keep them coming back.